Sorry, I had to readjust for my son. I turned up the volume a little bit. I think he hears me more than his show, so it frustrates him. So yes, I'm 6 months pregnant, and because of that, I have a lot of eating restrictions. After I had my son a year and a half ago, I was diagnosed with diabetes, pre-diabetes possibly. Never really got the complete diagnosis, but the doctor had put me on metformin. It was one crazy night, about 4 months after I had the baby. My partner and I, we just wanted some wine and junk food and just to have like a fun night together. So sorry, I'm burping. It's the indigestion. The baby must have a lot of hair. Anyway, so after we had our fun night together, drinking wine. Of course, I have to have Moscato, which is really high in sugar content. That's like my favorite wine, though. Well, we went to bed maybe around 10:30. I think it was after midnight, possibly going on 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm laying in bed, and all of a sudden, my fingers, they're not tingling, but it's like they're losing sensation, like from the tips all the way in. It's the craziest sensation ever. And then the back of my head, it got so tingly, and I had no idea what was going on. I was freaking out. I'm like, I need to go to the ER. So, of course, my poor man had to take me to the ER, even though he gets up really early in the morning. And they did a bunch of tests, and they're like, oh, well, my blood sugar, about 2.5 hours after I'd eaten, no, maybe 3 hours by then, was at 217. And that's really high, right? Anyone that knows anything about blood sugars, that's really high. And they're like, well, you need to meet up with your doctor. You need to make an appointment to get tested to make sure that you don't have diabetes, but it looks like, you have pre-diabetes. So I did that. I made the appointments. I did the testing. It came out I had pre-diabetes, and the doctor put me on metformin, which is a popular drug they give you for if you're diagnosed with diabetes. And she's like, oh, just take metformin. We're going to try to get rid of this. So for 2 weeks I took it. I was so sick. I was so sick. I felt horrible. My stomach hurt. I did not feel like myself. It was really bad. Which is pretty cold by now. So after 2 weeks I couldn't do it anymore. And I'm not one to take any type of medication as it is. So taking that medication was really difficult for me. But anyway, I took it like I was told, but after 2 weeks I couldn't, and I stopped. And during this time I was doing a lot of research on diabetes and naturally how to get rid of it, or pre-diabetes. And it all has to do with your weight and what you eat and the amount of exercise that you get. So, I love when I get the bites of garlic, the fresh garlic. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so I progressed and I changed my diet. And I started exercising more. I've always been one to, even though I've always been chubby my whole life, I've always been athletic. But of course, after I had my kids, I was lazy and wasn't as athletic and gained a lot more weight and didn't have a healthy lifestyle. And of course, my job is very sedentary and I'm not moving a lot. And anyway, so My poor baby's coughing. Are you okay, Jameson? So good. So, I just started cutting out sugars and carbs and was eating a lot of salads and meat and cheese and low carb content food. But I wasn't able to eat fruits. So I felt really sick. But I mean, I was able to do it. I just really watched, didn't know carbs. I lost about maybe 15 pounds from last April, May to about January. Lost about 15 pounds, which isn't a lot for that period of time. Anyway, in January, this past January comes around, I find out I'm pregnant. I got knocked up on Christmas. Merry Christmas. Anyway, no, my husband and I, he wanted another child, and I said, okay. I'm in my last year of my 20s, just to let you know about my age. So I was like, okay, because I personally started a family when I was 18. Well, I didn't have kids, this is my fourth child. I'm just an open book. Okay, this is not going to be my fourth child. My older two, I had at 21 and 22. I got married at 18. And then, of course, a year and a half ago, I had my son. And then now I'm pregnant with another son. And but I didn't, I really want my 30s and 40s to be just focused on building my family. So I started my family earlier in life. But anyway, so I was like, okay, if we're going to have another baby, it has to be now. So we just wanted to get it over with. Plus, my two oldest ones are literally 10 and a half months apart. Seriously. And they're so close. And so, it's nice to know that these two will be raised too, to be with each other. Since the older ones are good, 8 years older than these two. Anyway, got my berries, my fruit. So, that's what happened. I'm gonna eat fruit. I'm not pregnant. And you have to take your prenatals. And then me being anemic, had to take my iron. So, with prenatals and iron and no fruit, you can imagine I had a constipation issue. Not fun. Well, I started looking at videos a couple months ago now about people who had diabetes that tried a vegan lifestyle. And they were able to eat fruits. And they cut out all those animal fats. Because in reality, fat isn't bad for you. Your body needs fat. But large amounts of animal fats and proteins is not good for you. Especially, I shouldn't say you, as I'm directing to you. For me, it's not good. Because it really just depends, on what you do, your lifestyle. And unfortunately, my lifestyle, I work in an office all day. I'm not some person who's doing hard labor all day that needs that fat and that protein to get me through the day. I don't need that much, And so I saw that they were able to eat more fruits, and a lot of vegans can eat more of they eat a lot of pastas and rice and quinoa and, those type of high carbohydrate foods, which unfortunately when you do have diabetes, even if you go vegan, you can't consume all of that all the time. You can have little portions here and there. Okay, and it's better to have a small portion of quinoa than, a piece of pizza. Okay, obviously, common sense. But, so I was so happy. I went vegan for a while. I was doing really, really good. My sugars were lower than they ever were. Usually during my diet before that, with eating a lot of meats and cheeses and eggs and staying away from carbs, even from fruit and stuff, my sugars were around 115 to 120 in the morning. More like 115. Well, after I changed my diet to the vegan, my sugars were in the 90s. I had sugars in the 80s. That's really good for someone like me. So, I wasn't taking any medicines, just exercising, and eating no meat and cheese and dairies. And well, then obviously I wasn't eating pastas and brown rice because still I had to watch my sugar content. And you have to, it's a real issue. So then I've also been struggling with anxiety. That's a whole nother topic. During this whole pregnancy, I've been struggling with anxiety to food. So I've actually I'm almost about 40 pounds that I've lost during this pregnancy. And mostly because of my anxiety, I wasn't eating a lot. Anyway, then every morning there's this bread at this one store I got. It's called diabetic bread. And it's literally has one carb in it. One carb. Amazing. It was really healthy bread. And I would put peanut butter. I would cut up strawberries, bananas, berries, sprinkle cinnamon, put some, I think like seeds, sunflower seeds on top. And I'd have a glass of coconut milk. That was my morning. It was so satisfying. It was so good. It was delicious. Well, I was still struggling with anxiety, and I felt like I was allergic to everything. I would always, literally, my man jokes that I should have one of those punch cards for the hospital, like, oh, your 10th punch is free, because I felt I was going to the ER all the time. Even if I didn't get admitted, like if I went there and I did not want to get checked in, it was like my safe zone. I did that. It was crazy. And to this day, it's still a struggle, but it's a lot better, thank God. But anyway, it happened like basically. I was like, you know what? They can't put me on medication for anxiety because I'm pregnant. So I went to take an allergy test to kind of calm my nerves. Well, my allergy test came back that I was allergic to nuts and coconut, which you have to understand. And at the time, I took a spoonful of coconut oil. I drank coconut milk, and I rubbed coconut oil all over my body every day. So to find out I was allergic to it, an allergy is small. It's not like life-threatening allergy, okay? But still, I'm allergic to nuts, to coconut, to wheat, and to milk, okay? All of those allergies, I think my highest allergy content, which is considered moderate allergy, medium, is to hazelnuts and chestnuts. Hazelnuts and chestnuts, I think. Everything else is a very small allergy, but the doctor is still saying, as you get older, those allergies can worsen, so we recommend you just stay away from it. Well, that ruined my frickin' breakfast because I couldn't have the wheat toast anymore because it had wheat, gluten in it, and wheat, and I couldn't have the peanut butter on top. And then also, I would have like a peanut butter protein bar from Costco, delicious, for like one of my snacks during the day, and I would have a yogurt. Like, there's this new yogurt I'll have to show you one time. I forgot what brand it was, but it's like a high protein, has little carbs in it. That was another one of my snacks to get me through the day. Had to cut that out. So, nuts. A lot of vegans rely on nuts for their fats and their proteins. Well, I can't even rely on that. I can't eat them. I never drink really dairy milk. As an adult, I always enjoyed almond or coconut, and I can't have that anymore. And now I have to drink, if I'm going to drink soy milk, which I personally don't even like soy milk that much. I don't like soy products that much, except for tofu. Soy is really processed. So then I did go back to eating meat, like chicken and salad. because I needed that protein. I'm pregnant, you know. Unfortunately, I can't eat like a normal vegan. So I'm hoping after I get my pregnancy out of the way, after I deliver, I'm going to go back to an allergist and to find out really, because, you know, my mother-in-law was telling me that, she was telling me that one of her friends took an allergy test right after she ate, and everything that she had just eaten showed up on the allergy test that she had intolerance to. So I'm wondering if we're all a little intolerant to a lot of foods that we just don't know. It's not like we run and get allergy tests every time we eat. But I want to find out the severity, if they're even a big deal if I eat those foods. Because I would love to be a mainly vegan diet. I feel so good. I felt really good. Now, I try to eat really little meat. I had like chicken once a day. It just sucks because in the morning, you can't have, and then oatmeal. I was eating oatmeal, and then I just felt like weird when I ate it, like an allergy. Of course. So, breakfast is hard for me now. It's actually because I'm rushing to work in the morning. I've been making smoothies, just putting in banana, berries, soy milk, cinnamon, spinach, like a bunch of mixed greens. And then for snack at work, I usually cut up cucumbers and put lemon on it. Try not to put salt, so I don't have, you know, I don't have too much sodium. And then for lunch, I usually have like a chicken salad, or avocado salad. For a while, I thought I was allergic to avocado, thank God. Recently, I haven't been feeling weird when I eat it, so thank God, because it's a good fat content. And then for dinner, that's the thing is, I like to work out at my lunchtime because we have a gym at my work. And because I'm a mommy and come home and it's me to, you know, trying to cook dinner and try to get my household together, I take advantage of my lunch, my hour lunch, to work out. So I like to kind of have my coworkers go get me a salad so I get to eat it before I clock out for lunch. So I can actually work out for lunch. Or sometimes my hubby will come by and because we have to do a trade off of our vehicles, and I'll have him bring me, like, I'll work out at my lunch, and then around 3 I'll eat a salad, something like that. But dinner's hard. I love to cook, so I've been cooking dinner. And mukbang, me filming myself, even though I'm not going to post it because it didn't come out really well, has also helped with my anxiety. Eating, because before I couldn't eat dinner at all. I just felt I was allergic to everything. So recently it's been a lot better. Anyway, I'm kind of done eating. I just have to go run some errands, go to the grocery store. It's probably about 9:30 right now. I don't even know what time it is. I think it is. So I'm just going to see if I can throw together a lunch. It's about an hour is going to be my man's lunchtime. And swing by and drop off a lunch for him. Since I was so tired, I didn't make it yesterday. Yeah, just run errands, and maybe I'll come back for dinner time. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, thank you for our first day in my home and listening to me ramble on. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a blessed day, a safe day, an anxiety-free day. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.